All of you! Nobody f***ing listen. Sit down. Now you're gonna listen.
There's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. And some boys never get there and stay children forever.
You're a man. You are a man. Stand up and be a man. Make the hard decisions. Make the sacrifices. Make the unpopular decisions. And become comfortable in your own skin. And if you are not a person that you are comfortable being alone with, that is the one person in this universe that you have full power, full right, and full responsibility to change.
Your biggest enemy is you. People don't understand it's you against you. The only person that gets in your way is you. Nobody else. It's you.
There's so much in you that God or whatever the hell you believe in, or if you're an atheist, in you that you have not unlocked, that you walk around with this gorgeous wife or great husband and all this money. You're like, God, I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, because it's about 75% of you is still fucking in there. Still chained up because you just didn't want to find your willpower. Didn't want to find your soul, your will, your heart, your determination, your guts, your courage. And what that looks like, it looks scary. Like your little scary lab I went in. Scary. To wake up every day and say, I'm stupid, but I want to figure out a way to be smarter.
You got to face the reality of who you are. You got to face the reality of what you are. And nobody's going to tell you that like you yourself will tell you that. You want to tell yourself the truth, but you want to tell yourself the truth in understanding and forgiveness.
And the truth is, you have time. You have the skill, you have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done. So cast out the lies, burn them down, and listen to the truth, and live the truth, and go out and get it done.
Lazy people do a little work and think they should be winning. But winners work as hard as possible and still worry if they're being lazy.
There's nobody coming. There's nobody coming to save you. There's nobody coming to help you. A knight in shining armor isn't going to ride in and save you. You are the only one that's going to be able to save you. And all this time, you point your finger and you say, I can't do that because I was born here. Or I can't do that because I have this issue. Or I can't do that because they made fun of me. And you know what's gonna happen? Nothing. You're gonna get more of the same. You're gonna get laughed at more. You're gonna be ashamed more. You're gonna be frustrated more. And you're gonna really regret at the end of your life that you put off taking responsibility for yourself and building yourself into what could be. And when we look around at the world and we look at all the problems and we look at all the chaos, we have to take responsibility for ourselves for creating it. You're not living the best life that you want to live. You're not the person you want to be. You're not the person the 8-year-old you wanted to be. And I bet you're not even taking steps to become that person, are you? And that's what's wrong with the world. That's what's wrong with this country. We have a bunch of people that want to point fingers and defer responsibility off to anything and everything except the one thing that can change their entire lives. And that's looking in the fucking mirror and saying, fuck you, man. You did this to me. You made me this way, and I'm going to fix it. And I'm going to fix it by controlling all the things I can control. I'm going to control what I eat. I'm going to control what I drink. I'm going to control how I move. I'm going to control the information I put in my brain. I'm going to control how I treat people and who I surround myself with. And if you control those things, you are now in the driver's seat to create what it is you've always known that you were here to create. Because you always do know what you're here to create. It's that little version of yourself that hides deep inside your heart that you are so afraid to even talk about because you're afraid the people around you are gonna laugh. Well, guess what, motherfucker? They're gonna laugh, and they're gonna laugh more if you don't do anything.
There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem. A real problem. I can understand you misunderstand me running down the street, shirt off, fuck this, yeah. I can get it. I get it. If you misunderstand what I'm saying right now today, the problem is you. And you don't want to fix it.
Recognize the excuses are not valid. They aren't. They're trumped up. They're conjured up. They're fabricated. They're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. The truth will set you free. The truth will stand, and the truth will deliver you from procrastination and laziness and the downward spiral that comes with a lack of discipline.
People are scared of trying new things. People are students. You're students. You're not a fucking entrepreneur. You're a student. You're a student. All you want to do is read and consume and ponder, make pretend, and talk about how you're gonna. Fuck you're gonna. Go do it. You can only read so much. You have to do. I'm an extreme. Maybe I'm different. I don't learn that way. I don't read anything. And that's not right. But is it right to read all of them? Shit. How many fucking books from these experts do you need? Do shit. Learn. Put in the work. Don't fucking have dinner at 7 o'clock and drink 2 beers and have the fucking Spurs Golden State game in the background with your 2 buddies and tell each other how you're gonna do it while you're fucking sitting there how you're gonna do it and dapping. I haven't seen fucking Steph Curry hit a basket this year.
I will not sugarcoat what I'm going to say to you, because all of you know what I'm saying is the truth. When you're nothing, and change yourself into something like me, you call it happiness, peace, whatever the fuck you want to call it, people are missing exactly what went on with David Goggins. Why don't you smile? I do. But I figured something out. That's why you'll never hear me say I'm missing something. I found it years ago. You find it in the suck. You find it in the suck, and you find it repeatedly in the suck, to the point where you know exactly who you are. Most people are missing something because they don't know who they are.
We don't suffer because of what's actually happened, the facts in our life. Suffering is in the perception of those facts. All suffering is not in the facts of my life. The facts aren't what's making me suffer. It's my perception of the facts that are making me suffer.
We're all writing a book. What's your book look like? What does your fucking book look like? Like your life is a book. You got a bunch of chapters in your book, but when they close that book, how good was the book? How good was your book? What was the ending to your book? If the ending to my book can be so amazing because of all that was done, not the money, all that was accomplished, the first to do, the man that did this, he caused the merger between this. Because of his commitment and growth to this, the communities were then given this, made education this, changed the way the schooling was blah, 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 gave books, gave computers, all of the things that can be associated with you and your existence become a part of the chapters in your book.
Crush, destroy, annihilate, and replace any story of limitation. In other words, break the pattern of the limiting story you have in your life that's gotten in the way of your relationship, or your body being where you want to be, or your finances being where you are, or your business, or your level of happiness. Because the only thing keeping you from getting what you want is the story you keep telling yourself about why you don't have it.
Hard work looks horrible. It's not motivating. It's not motivating at all. It ain't like Rocky round 14 where he gets knocked down and goes like this to Apollo Creed. It looks like a man being stuck in a fucking dungeon and there's no fucking way out. But you have the fucking key. But you refuse to use it. And that's nothing motivating about that.
What is suffering? It's pain that just seems to always be there. Like anxiety or fear, I'm not enough, all that comes about. Suffering never comes from the facts of your life.
We all should think that we're great. There's no reason for you to not think that you're great. If you don't think you're great, Ask yourself why. Why don't you think the highest of yourself? When you do, people have no choice but to follow suit.
Everything is always impossible until someone does it. Well, I'm going to be the one that said to myself, I'm going to do it and I'm going to show it to them. Maybe it has never been done before. That's perfectly fine with me. But I'm going to do it. And I did not listen to the naysayers.
If you misunderstand what I'm saying right now today, the problem is you, and you don't want to fix it.